I hope you know some shortcuts.
See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. Aha, I see what you're doing, but you still can't win.
What a race! I am actually surprised the first generation still holds up. I'm sure you didn't cheat. I have a story to tell you, my friend, about the old wolf in the swamp.
Are we going to a zoo?
A swamp. I'll pick you up.
That's the old wolf.
No, that's an old truck. The wolf is waiting for us at the swamp. Haley asked us to clear some debris, and I've got just the car. But we need to get there first.
Of course. Who do you think I am?
The driver who destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
Oh, that's fair.
Careful there! For this kind of driving! You get to explain to Haley why she's paying to repair my granddad's car. If you want to go again, we can do that. Haley asked us to clear some debris, and I've got just the car. But we need to get there first.
Of course. Who do you think I am?
The driver who destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
Oh, that's fair. Got here in one piece.
And gave me a few heart attacks. And now, let me introduce you to the Ford Lobo. This car is more your style.
Now that is a heckin' good wolf.
We call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that brush and stuff? Clear it out. What? No! It's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150, but the Lobo is the Elite F-150. Great. Job's done. And the scratches will buff right out. Thanks for the help. Now I just need to get my abuelo's old F100 back to the garage. I've got 1,400 horses and I need you to help with them.
I think I know what this is. I'll be right over. I know you've got one of these, somehow, so you know a little bit about what you're in for. Let's go! Let's take this down to the beach. Stick it in AWD if you like. There's some nice curves up ahead. This is 2021's EV of the year. And it was up against things like the Taycan and the e-tron and the Recharge. It set 3 Guinness World Records, and it's inspired by the beautiful original Mach 1. And I'm telling you all of this because the Mach E was built right here in Mexico at Cuautitlán Assembly. Calm down. I know you like to go fast, but I had a big breakfast. Cuautitlán Assembly has been building cars since the 60s. And more than 2.2 million cars later, we're sitting in an actual space machine made here in Mexico. Quite a journey from Cougars and Thunderbirds and F-150s to this. Whoa! How do you make it go around corners like that? I'm really asking. This isn't just a prototype. Cuautitlán Assembly does a range of options for the Mach E. A 68 kilowatt-hour standard and an 88 kilowatt-hour extended range version. It will give you over 300 miles of range on a single charge. The Performance GT version is the really wild one. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. This one is quite a bit faster. Honestly, when I first tried it, I had to go and sit in a quiet room for a bit. And I've flown airplanes in a storm. Hey, I have to keep this back. Be careful with it. It's wild tech. You can switch from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive at the touch of a button. And when you get into tuning, you can basically tweak every one of the 7 engines individually. It can make 1,400 horsepower and a ton of downforce at 160 miles per hour thanks to the Aero 2. So what you're saying is, not bad for something that weighs more than that F-150 of yours.
Yes. Hey! This isn't your Mach E.
Be careful with it. And there we go. Sunrise over the sea. Beautiful. But we're not done. There's one more thing to look at. I'll let you know as soon as I have, found it.
Found.
In a barn, of course. And of course it's racing. Come meet me at Guanajuato.
This beauty got her name from the Carrera Panamericana. The races don't run anymore, but who can blame us if we take it out one more time? Right? Let's see what this car can do. There's Jamin! Guess he wanted one last race.
Let's do this!
First race had 132 competitors, and everyone turned up. Amateurs to F1 drivers, men, women, professionals, anyone who had a car.
Do you know anyone who participated?
Aleja thinks Papa Fernando did, but she thinks Papa Fernando did everything. I know we used to go to the races with my grandfather. Ah, qué buenos recuerdos. There's Jamin! Guess he wanted one last race.
Let's do this!
First race had 132 competitors, and everyone turned up. Amateurs to F1 drivers, men, women, professionals, anyone who had a car.
Do you know anyone who participated?
Aleja thinks Papa Fernando did, but she thinks Papa Fernando did everything. I know we used to go to the races with my grandfather. Ah, qué buenos recuerdos. There was no speed limit before 2012, and you'd see cars doing 180 miles per hour. Not that I'd know anything about that. 2,178 miles of the Pan American Highway run through Mexico. The race itself had 9 stages and lasted 5 days. But the sheer distance wasn't the only challenge. constant changes in the elevation from sea level to 3 kilometers up. The most challenging road race in the world. The winner of the very first Carrera Panamericana was Herschel McGriff, who drove an Oldsmobile 88 at an average speed of 88 miles per hour. The Porsche Carrera got its name thanks to Hans Hermann, who won the small sports cars category in 1954. He drove the Porsche 550 Spider and came third overall. He was sick before the race, and his tires came off at the start. He really pulled through against the odds. Porsche had 6 cars competing in 1954, and all of them made it through the end. A lot of others didn't, let me tell you.
Enjoying yourself, are you? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling you were.
1954 was the last year the original Carrera Panamericana took place. But it gave us the most famous Porsche model, the Carrera you're driving right now. The Carrera RS 2.7 was the first production street racing 911. It was built on the 911S 2.4, the fastest Porsche you could buy at the time, and a popular choice in the later Carrera Panamericana races. The race was revived in 1988 and ran to 2016, staying true to the original.
This is Jamin's exit. Having fun, my friend. Take care.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do out there. Have fun now, yeah?
Do you find any other cars like that?
Hey, amiga. Remember that thing I said I needed help with? This is it. You in?
Of course. What do you need?
Excellent. Come meet me near Mulegé.
I hope you know some shortcuts.
See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. I see what you're doing, but you still can't win.
What a race! The difference 40 years makes!
Está bien. If we want to gather data from inside a sandstorm, first, we have to find one. Let's tour the region. You want to drive, or should I?
You're the scientist. I better drive.
Some desert landmarks will be helpful if we get hit with poor visibility. I can take survey data on the way. When you step on it, my friend. That's enough for one day. Time to get the raw data back to the university. Muy bueno. Now you have your bearings for when we find that big sandstorm. I'll keep an eye on the forecast and give you a call.
Great. Fingers crossed for that sandstorm.
Hey, mi amiga. Still working on this desert weather survey for the university. Can you meet me?
Yeah, be right there.
No storms in the horizon just yet. Lo siento. While we're waiting, how would you like to throw a desert flyer around some sand dunes?
Okay, might as well.
Now, let's demonstrate some physics, no? I should say, I've also set up some important scientific equipment for you.
Great! More things for me to smash.
Well, if you must, I'm sure we could use the data. Sí, muy bueno. An effective demonstration of Newton's third law. Perfecto! The loss of traction can cause a phenomenon you call oversteer. Ah, the numbers are looking good. Show me more. Ándale! This is excellent practice for driving in poor visibility.
You mean if there's a sandstorm?
When there is a sandstorm, my friend. I have seen the satellite pictures. Trust me. Clearly, this is a lesson on the shape of a parabola. This is way more fun than physics class. Macropus giganteus, commonly known as the kangaroo skill. Wait! My telemetry can't keep up. Está bien. There we go. Go wild! Excelente. I'll get the numbers to the university. And the video to my friends at Horizon. Bien hecho. Be ready for the call. According to the weather service, it's going to be a big one.
Count me in.
Oh, I will. Call you soon. Dry conditions in the Baja region. Wind increasing. This is it, my friend. This is it. Get down here.
Oh, this is so exciting. I'll be right there. I got here as fast as I could.
Oh, not fast enough. Hey, get in! Vámonos, vámonos! The storm is forming over there. Winds up to 110 kilometers per hour. The storm is forming over there. Winds up to 110 kilometers per hour. Can't you go any faster?
What do we do when we get there?
You know. Science. Let's just get there. Are you lost? Or are you smashing things on purpose? There it is! The sandstorm! Full speed ahead! Straight into the middle!
Are you sure?
See! The university equipped us with sensors. We'll be gathering data the whole way. Going this fast but we can't see, making superstars proud. What? You think we need to kick up more dust? You can't get much closer to a sandstorm than we just got, my friend. Bien hecho. With our data, the university will be able to track weather patterns much more accurately, so drivers can avoid sandstorms in the future.
Why would you avoid them? They're awesome. Talk soon, Juan.
Scott Tyler, coming at you live and loud. How we doing, superstar?
You mean me?
Sorry, Haley hooked me up with a direct channel. Come meet me north of the Baja Circuit. You can finally put a face to this voice. festival starts with a hero car. And who gets to play around with it? Always some hotshot driver like you. Well, not this time. You're Scotty's ride, kid. Let's go. Oh, look at all the buttons. Oh, I mean, not bad. Not bad. Show me what this thing can do. Wow. Horizon. It's been a ride, huh? Get it? Because we're in cars? Oh, I'm sorry. No, you know what? Actually, I'm not sorry. Horizon has been amazing for me. I've loved every part of it. Even back when I wasn't quite as, Scotty. There's been so many amazing people. Alice, Jack, Hero, Warren, Sammy. Oh, and my boy Tom Thompson. He hates it when I call him that. Oh. I hope that's not why he didn't come to Mexico. I've seen it all. From the Colorado Heats to the Festival Falls in Australia, all the way to the Hall of Fame right here in Mexico. Yeah, I think Horizon has always been about the people, or the cars, or all the wonderful places we've seen. Man, I don't know.
What does Horizon mean to you?
Huh? Me? Wow. Nobody's ever asked me something like that before. I'm usually just Scotty T, the Scottmeister, Hype Train Tyler, But just you wait. You are in for a high-speed tour of the best festival days of your life. Pure nostalgia, pure Horizon, baby.
Wow. Oh, that's a lot. I can't wait.
Car. Ooh, my head's spinning. Hey, one sec. Yellow? Darius? Do I know a Darius? Wait, Darius Flint? You're in Mexico? Oh, no way. No way. Kid, Darius Flint. Me, Darius Flint, is here. He wants a piece of the best driver at the festival. Meet me near the East Coast and get here quick.
Wow, that's generous. Well, just the spirit of Horizon, isn't it? Shall we send a thank you?
So who is this Darius guy?
Champion of Horizon Colorado, 2012. He does not play well with others. When I say he does not play well, I mean, well, he basically cheats. You're gonna have to cut corners, because Darius will. Bring it, Darius, if that is your real name. Listen to this. Absolute tune! It takes me back to Colorado like it was just yesterday. I remember the forecast for high energy, scattered rhythms, and plenty of thundering engines.
You remember exactly what you said?
Yeah. Why, is that weird? You know, back in the Colorado days, 250 drivers battled it out in the Horizon Heats to become the Horizon champion. To get there, you had to work your way through the Star Showdown. Woo! What a bunch! Ramona, Allie, Duke, Marco, Zachy, Haley, oh, and of course, Darius Flint. Horizon Colorado was a special gig. I learned to snowboard there. Well, I bought some lessons and a $500 ski jacket, and then I broke my ankle. And I did the whole festival from the base arena booth in a cast. Good times. Good times.
VW Corrado. Nice.
Doesn't matter who you are or what you are driving. Bring your ride and bring your friends and get down here.
That sounds like Horizon to me.
Let's book it to the festival. place looks exactly like Lakeside Diner. No, they have the best French fries. Cars, too. And there's Jensen back in the Camaro Super Sport. Just like back then. Oh, spooky. Bone Step, show me a sign. Stone Cold Base Arena banger. I know that water tower. How'd they get it here? And a green Lambo Gallardo. Wait, Stark! Oh, you guys came here? You shouldn't have. Nice, kid! And we don't do wristbands anymore, but I will totally make you a friendship bracelet if you want one. I'll even make it gold for you, superstar.
I'd love that. Although, I'm still waiting to hear what Horizon means to you.
Still working on it. I do meditation now. Watching you race helps too. I'm sure I'll have an answer soon. Yo, superstar, it's your favorite DJ. Come meet me on the beach near Playa Azul. We are setting up our Horizon Europe tribute, and the boat has just come in. we are setting up our Horizon Europe tribute, and the boat has just come in. Ready for the road trip of your life?
Scott, my life is a road trip.
Head for the festival, or in this case, Street Scene Outpost. When you reach the road, you can put your foot down. Horizon Europe felt like a whole world opening up. Like we could do whatever we wanted.
They also literally removed the racing barriers, right?
Yep, kind of weird for a road trip. Hey, certainly more fun. Castelletto to Nice, Sisteron to Montalino, San Martin to San Giovanni.
You remember all that?
How could I forget? Chasing the sunrise over the ocean, Nice at night, tearing through a Tuscan forest in an Audi Quattro. Woo! Oh, it was like the ultimate bucket list. We kind of made a thing out of it.
Oh yeah, I heard about those showcases.
There was this one against the train in Sisteron, and I was like, full steam ahead, gonna be some commotion. Low commotion. Some people prefer my early material. And for the finale, we did this gigantic road race across half of France and Italy. I went through like 4 base arena records. It was crazy. Yeah, I miss Ben and Ash and the whole crew from Horizon Europe.
Where are they now?
Ash runs a garage with her Uncle Dak from Horizon, Colorado. Ben stepped down near the end of the festival. I think he's selling hot dogs back at the UK festival. Of your life. Again. Who says you can't turn back the clock? Thanks, kid. The cars, the places, the people. Those are the memories you hold on to. Hey, don't forget to collect your song reward from the accolade screen. It'll get added straight to the Horizon mixtape. So go, go, go! Hey, you hear that, kid? Sounds like thunder. Thunder from...
Here it comes.
Down under. Come meet me in La Silva.
have arrived early, but the next Horizon Arcade event will begin shortly. Enjoy!
We're doing a tribute to Horizon Australia, which means you are the boss. Shouldn't be too hard, huh, superstar? Where to, boss?
Beach party?
You read my mind. Red V. Graphics. Nice. I used to jam to this on the sand at Surfers Paradise. Check it. Warren's trophy truck. Hey, you can be Warren. Can you do the voice?
Yeah, no.
Good idea. Oh, go, go, go! has the better beaches? Australia or Mexico? Yeah. Ah! Don't make me choose! Oh, leaving Australia was hard. I'm not sure I want to do it again.
Scott, we're still in Mexico. We never left.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, superstar. One more Horizon Festival and 4 different seasons to celebrate. I was thinking we could do a run for each of them. Let me tell you what I see. Oh, hello, McLaren Senna. Let's see what this thing can do. To the waterfall, superstar! The fall won't last forever! Hey, look! A curiously unseasonable winter. How convenient.
To the lake?
You know it. Ooh! Look, 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 look! There's a snowman.
Just let it go, Scott.
Whoa! You can handle that thing! Did you earn car masteries back in the UK?
I do this for a living, Scott.
Remember the Gables? Kingfisher Cottage? Bamberg Castle? Whatever happened to your residences back home, anyway?
They're open to any Horizon racer who needs them.
Feels like the fashion got a lot more interesting at Horizon UK, or was that just me?
I still own that chicken suit.
I was gonna ask about Fortune Island. You didn't happen to, leave any of those million credit chests laying around, did you?
Not that I know of. Sorry.
Cool! cool. That's fine. And our other little trip. Maybe you brought something back from...
I don't have any Lego for you, Scott.
Lame. Wildflowers, soggy trails, and a springtime cameo from Kira Harrison!
All right, it's time. I have a supposedly impassable muddy spring road, and an urgent need to see what you make of this. Meet me at the start line.
You heard the lady. And it's raining. Could our tribute to Britain get any more perfect?
Sorry if this sounds weird, but you remind me of a good friend from Horizon Australia, and I just have to get it out of my system. Nice driving, boss.
Boom! Glorious summer for the finale. Don't mess with Scotty. He controls the weather. Straight to the festival, kid. Show Mexico how we do it old school. Here's what I see. A festival that never ends. Where you can be whatever you want to be. And... Oh, I'm sorry, it just... it still gets me. Horizon UK debuted the festival playlist. I still check that thing, like, daily. Showcase remixes, the Eliminator Battle Royale, the Horizon Super 7, challenge cards with custom routes and props, beauty spots, flares, all this stuff we know and love. I know you don't need me to tell you, you were there, but it's just so...
I know, mate. I hear you.
That drive right there is why we brought you all the way to Mexico. Nice work, superstar.
Time to answer the question. What does Horizon mean to you?
Okay, I thought long and hard about this. Look, I know I'm kind of annoying, and I'm not cool, and I'm easily distracted, and my jokes are not always the best, but Horizon gives me a home. They let me hang out with folks like you and do the best job in the world every day, and that means a lot to me.
Wouldn't be Horizon without you, Scotty.
Thanks for taking a high-speed drive down memory lane with me, kid. Ooh, you like that song? Well, head over to the Accolade screen to collect it for the Horizon mixtape. You know you'll want to.
Hi, it's Frankie Beaumont. You did some stunt driving on a movie back in the UK and people said we looked a bit alike. Anyway, I could use a hand with something.
Wow. It's like looking in a mirror.
I know, right? I mean, the perfect stunt double is an identical twin.
You said you wanted some driving lessons. Get in and let's go.
We'll do our own stunts this time around, so I need to get good after the standard you set on the last one.
Have to do your own stunts. Oof. Well, let's see what we can do. We'll go right here. E-brake, then kick the brake, and flick the back out.
That's, the Stockholm slide.
Or Scandi flick. Adds a bit of drama, and it's easy. So, what do you think? I think we've already started shooting, so it's hopeless. I'll never impress Victor Garcia Hernandez as a driver or a legitimate dramatic actor. Actually, I have an idea. Since, you know, there's a bit of a resemblance here, what if we don't tell anyone and you do the driving and I do the acting? I think we could pull that off.
I've got a stunt coming up. Get the costume on and pretend to be me.
Don't sweat the dialogue, mate. We'll get that later. You just focus on your driving.
Okay, Mike. Will do.
Mate, come see me after we cut. I'll get you some lozenges or something.
Scene 15. Downhill escape stunt sequence. Action! Righto, Victor. And this is the very first shot of the movie, yeah? No intro, just straight in with the car chases. Well, you're the genius.
Very good, Mike. I'm in the helicopter. I look forward to seeing what our driver can do.
That was Mike Steele. He does the stunt direction while Victor is the overall director. Seems like he bought it.
And that's it! Cut!
Did he buy it? He did. We can make this work.
Okay. Mike and his crew are ready for the next stunt. I snuck away to my trailer to call you. Victor thinks I'm preparing.
Right. Keep it in the river along here, and upright if you can, Frankie.
Scene 23. Mad Alex. Action!
This is Alex's last chance. Without this vehicle, we will not be able to trigger the dimension portal. There will be explosions and many digital things. But the truth is in the vehicle, in the way you drive. Make me believe.
Surface is rough through here, but push through it. Give it some. that kind of driving for years.
Yes! And now through the resistance camp. Let nothing stand in your way. Wonderful, Frankie! That's amazing! You truly grasp the essence of the character.
Victor's notoriously difficult to please, but he loves your driving, Frankie. Ready for the next setup?
Let's do it.
Scene 25. One flew over Cobalt's nest. Action!
Now the supplies are delivered. Alex Cobalt must escape, not from aliens, but from a phantasmagoria of fears and doubts tracing all the way back through everything you have experienced.
I don't know what a phantasmagoria is, but I've whacked a Rally V8 in that thing, so give it the goods. Victor wants us to go again. Scene 25. One flew over Cobalt's nest. Action!
Now the supplies are delivered. Alex Cobalt must escape, not from aliens, but from a phantasmagoria of fears and doubts tracing all the way back through everything you have experienced.
I don't know what a phantasmagoria is, but I've whacked a Rally V8 in that thing, so give it the goods. Victor wants us to go again. Scene 25. One flew over Cobalt's nest. Action!
Now the supplies are delivered. Alex Cobalt must escape, not from aliens, but from a phantasmagoria of fears and doubts tracing all the way back through everything you have experienced.
I don't know what a phantasmagoria is, but I've whacked a Rally V8 in that thing, so give it the goods. Barricades and ramps ahead. Keep your speed up. Hard turn onto some winding roads up ahead. Scene 25. One flew over Cobalt's nest. Action!
Now the supplies are delivered. Alex Cobalt must escape, not from aliens, but from a phantasmagoria of fears and doubts tracing all the way back through everything you have experienced.
I don't know what a phantasmagoria is, but I've whacked a Rally V8 in that thing, so give it the goods!
Where on earth did you learn to drive like that, Frankie?
So, I have some ideas for some improvisation. We could do a scene along a beach, or around an airplane graveyard. I'm not sure which, so you choose.
Along the beach? Yeah, I can think of some stunts.
Victor has handed this one off to me. He's working on something new for the ending, and that has me worried. Anyways, go for it, Frankie, and let's get this one!
Improv scene! Beach rush! Action! We've got debris along the beach. Dodge that, and keep away from the houses. Otherwise there's people who have to edit it all out digitally, frame by frame. Brilliant, kid! I mean, Frankie, sorry, don't know why I said kid there.
I'll take this footage to Victor. Wait till he sees what his movie star can do.
Improv scene! Beach rush! Action! We've got debris along the beach. Dodge that, and keep away from the houses. Otherwise there's people who have to edit it all out digitally, frame by frame. Brilliant, kid! I mean... Frank... Improv scene! Beach rush! Action! We've got debris along the beach. Dodge that, and keep away from the houses. Otherwise there's people who have to edit it all out digitally, frame by frame. Brilliant, kid! I mean, Frankie, sorry, don't know why I said kid there.
Mike is onto us.
What? No way. My sore throat story is flawless.
Can do.
Right. We've got another stunt. Drop by when you have a minute.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the two masterminds caught in the act. Can't believe I didn't recognize your driving sooner, kid.
Mike. Glad you're here. How do you like this dummy the art department made? It's very realistic.
Save it, Frankie. This is a brilliant idea. But if you're gonna keep Victor in the dark, you'll need my help.
It's good to have you on board with this, Mike.
You can talk. I never expected that. Look, get in the car. We've got a big jump to do.
Scene 43. Time travel volcano jump. Action!
Mike, did you just say volcano jump?
Come on now, kid. I saw the opening ceremony. Hammer it up the hill, kid. That stunt vehicle is a Mike Steel Special. Custom engine and suspension. Mike! It's nice to have a real driver at the wheel.
I heard that.
There we go! Well done! Frankie. Brilliant! Well done! But we keep this between us, yeah? No need for Victor to know.
Scene 43. Time travel volcano jump. Action!
Mike, did you just say volcano jump?
Come on now, kid. I saw the opening ceremony. Hammer it up the hill, kid. That stunt vehicle is a Mike Steel Special. Custom engine and suspension.
go! Well done! Frankie? Brilliant! Well done! But we keep this between us, yeah? No need for Victor to know.
Scene 43. Time travel volcano jump. Action!
Mike, did you just say volcano jump?
Come on now, kid. I saw the opening ceremony. Hammer it up the hill, kid. That stunt vehicle is a Mike Steel Special. Custom engine and suspension. Now hit the ramp, not the cameras. The DOP gets very upset when we do that.
There we go! Well done! Frankie? Brilliant! Well done! But we keep this between us, yeah? No need for Victor to know.
Scene 43. Time travel volcano jump. Action!
Mike, did you just say volcano jump?
Come on now, kid. I saw the opening ceremony. Hammer it up the hill, kid. That stunt vehicle is a Mike Steel Special. Custom engine and suspension. Why? It's nice to have a real driver at the wheel.
I heard that. Now hit the ramp, not the cameras. The DOP gets very upset when we do that.
go! Well done! Frankie? Brilliant! Well done! But we keep this between us, yeah? No need for Victor to know.
Scene 43. Time travel volcano jump. Action!
Mike, did you just say volcano jump?
Come on now, kid. I saw the opening ceremony. Hammer it up the hill, kid. That stunt vehicle is a Mike Steel Special. Custom engine and suspension.
There we go! Well done! Frankie? Brilliant! Well done! But we keep this between us, yeah? No need for Victor to know.
Hey there, kid. We've got a new stunt set up. Drop by when you can.
Hey there, Frankie. No, don't talk. We have to protect that nice, bankable accent of yours. Get in the car. I'll explain the stunt as we go. Scene 68. Dr. Strangeguard. Action! Careful up ahead. Watch the turn. I always have a role in the movies I make. I was Pursuit Beast number 2 in the one we made in the UK.
The one that ran into the wall. I love that bit.
Very funny, Captain Silent Protagonist. Now drive! Nicely done. It's good to be working with you again, Frankie. Too close by half. Let's get this done. Kid, we have a small problem on Vanguard. Meet me and Frankie when you can.
The director was asking why I'm not doing my lines in the stunt sequences.
Don't worry about it, Frankie. I'll cover for you. Hey, kid, you ready for the next set?
Sure. What's the stunt?
Scene 95. Highway escape. Action!
Talk me through this. What am I doing?
So, it's a race, basically. Gotta outrun the pursuit car.
I can explain, Mike, and that is an excellent accent, Frankie. You have hidden depths. This is an escape, of course. The self-replicating control system is intense. On stopping you, it has commandeered a pursuit vehicle. You must escape it. If it helps, imagine the pursuit vehicle has a number of hilarious lines of dialogue, perhaps even emerging as the true star of this movie.
You voicing it, I bet.
Well done. This is gonna look great. And there we go. That's done. Only one more stunt to do. I'll call you when we're set up. Hey, kid. Next scene set up. Meet me with the stunt unit. Right, this is the last shot we need to get. Should be easy.
What could go wrong?
Scene 107. Data upload stunt sequence. Action! Right, we've got other stunt drivers in traffic vehicles. Dodge and weave, and get to the destination as quick as you can.
And this is where we bring the pieces together. Past, present, future, messages and themes come across the franchise, coming together, not resolved. Never resolved.
Don't worry about all that past, present theme stuff. Let's just get this done before he rumbles us. Coming up on the destination now. Just get there.
There we go. Cut and print it there. Stunt units are wrapped on Vanguard Force 10. It's up to Victor in the editing booth now. He's not the type of director to change his mind, or ask for reshoots, or anything like that. Right?
Mike's going off the deep end. Something about product placement. Can you drop by?
Easy, Frankie. I'm on my way.
There's a new scene. Apparently, we need to take advantage of the presence of a major cultural event to root the story in the zeitgeist.
What now?
Get in the car, kid. I'll explain.
Scene 103. Something at the festival. Floor it, kid! Straight through the festival. Hit the jumps. Apparently the scene's got to go right through the middle of a race or something. Tell Scott Tyler not to flop his lines this time.
Wait, we're putting the festival in a movie? And Scott Tyler's got... Knives!
That's right, kid. Up through here. Head for the ramp. Cue the drivers. Cue Scott!
We have got another vehicle on the track, ladies and gentlemen. Pause. What is going on? I had no idea that was going to happen.
We, let him write his own lines. Here we go. There's cars coming the other way, so watch it.
That was close. What now? This is very improvised.
Good. Now, out the far side. Keep the speed up.
Victor wanted Frankie to drive this.
There we go. That has to be enough for him, right? Right, kid. We're back in it. Get here when you can.
Another stunt. I'll be right there.
Hey there. So, I just got off the phone with the director, and he wants one more stunt.
And not just any stunt. He wants me to jump clear across the bay, being chased by a cargo plane.
And there's dialogue all over it, so no driver swapping. I think it's time we fessed up to Victor.
Hang on. If we can't swap drivers, why don't we swap cars?
With one waiting in the motorway tunnel. Right. I need props and another hero car. Do we even have another hero car? Yes, we do! The one that was too fast for anyone to drive. I'll get it ready over at the bridge.
Scene 117. One take. Action.
I'll do the first section, and you take over at the tunnel.
We can do this, Frankie. Just drive casual.
Now, Frankie, it is time. We must close the loop, combine the dimensions, and transform this conflict into art.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
See, you are being torn apart from the inside. It's almost as if there is another Alex Cobalt straining, fighting to take control. Understand? And fine.
Go, quick. It's your time to shine.
The plane's spinning up. Get to the airfield. Go, go, go!
The car's a bit of a handful. This is the high-power one Victor asked for, but we never used, so, enjoy?
Whoa! This thing can move.
We need a line here, I think. Frankie, would you improvise something for me, please?
I have to return to the future.
Sí, muy bien. You capture the conflict perfectly.
Now, right turn and follow the plane over the jump. The stunt driver learned to talk, Frankie. You're out of a job.
Not bad. I mean, I have a few notes.
What Frankie said. Just hit that jump and not the plane.
I love my life.
And cut! You did it! We did it! We actually bleeding did it! Amazing! Both of you! I couldn't tell from watching the feeds. Amazing work. Great driving. And, I mean, reasonable acting too.
The car's a bit of a handful. This is the high-power one Victor asked for, but we never used, so, enjoy?
Whoa! This thing can move.
We need a line here, I think. Frankie, would you improvise something for me, please?
I have to return to the future.
Sí, muy bien. You capture the conflict perfectly.
bleeding did it! Amazing, both of you! I couldn't tell from watching the feeds. Amazing work. Great driving. And, I mean, reasonable acting too.
Feels so good.
Right, kid. We're back in it. Get here when you can.
Another stunt. I'll be right there.
Right, this is a post-credits scene. And according to the call sheet, Victor wants... both of you.
Both of us? He doesn't know I exist, right?
Scene 121A. The two Alexes. Action!
Hey, what do you say we make this one real?
Oh, you know it. See you at the finish line.
Ah, yes, this is...
Scene 121A. The two Alexes. Action!
Hey, what do you say we make this one real?
Oh, you know it. See you at the finish line.
Ah, yes, this is what we have been working toward. The within made manifest, the conflict real, the outcome unknowable. My greatest work.
A clever wazzock.
Cut and print. And that, with any luck, is definitely, positively a wrap. So, Victor's asked me to join his remake of Rendezvous. Turns out he saw the thing we did in Edinburgh. It's a huge opportunity. And all thanks to you, kid.
No way, Mike. You earned this. I hope we get to work together again. Actually, you know, I've got a project about two twins who fight crime. In cars. I'm in. Tell me more.
Scene 121A. The two Alexes. Action!
Hey, what do you say we make this one real?
Oh, you know it. See you at the finish line.
Ah, yes, This is what we have been working toward. The within made manifest. The conflict, real. The outcome, unknowable. My greatest work.
Ah, clever Wazzock.
Print. And that, with any luck, is definitely, positively a wrap. So, Victor's asked me to join his remake of Rendezvous. Turns out he saw the thing we did in Edinburgh. It's a huge opportunity. And all thanks to you, kid.
No way, Mike. You earned this. I hope we get to work together again. Actually, you know, I've got a project about two twins who fight crime. In cars. I'm in. Tell me more.
Still not talking, eh, Frankie? What a surprise. Let's get on with it.
Improv scene. Search scene. Action! Yeah, so the search is part of the flashback in Act 3. The script is something. I have no idea how it's gonna work. Just throw the car around a bit or something? Huh? I haven't seen driving like that since... Well, anyways. Slam the route and improvise with your car. Stick to the runway tarmac. That's where we have the best camera coverage. Frankie, mate, you'll have to put me in touch with your driving instructor.
I think he might be onto us.
Yeah, we'll have to dial it back a little.
improv scene. Search scene. Action! Yeah, so the search is part of the flashback in Act 3. The script is something. I have no idea how it's gonna work. Just throw the car around a bit or something?
I think he might be onto us.
Yeah. We'll have to dial it back a little.
Like that since... Well, anyways, slam the route and improvise with your car. Stick to the runway tarmac. That's where we have the best camera coverage. Frankie, mate, you'll have to put me in touch with your driving instructor.
And cut! So, who should I tell Victor is really behind the wheel? Kidding, Frankie, I'm just kidding.
Hola, hola! Remember the old book I told you about? I went and dug it out of a box at my padre's place. I want to try and find something.
And you need a driver.
And I need a driver. Yeah, bien. Head for Las Barrancas. I'll explain on the way.
So, what are we looking for?
My favorite book is called El Camino de Sidney Wolverstone, about an explorer who traveled Mexico 200 years ago. In her book, she describes these Atlantis she found, giant statues, but there aren't supposed to be any of those near here.
So, we're looking for giant statues from an old book.
That aren't supposed to exist, yes! I've been piecing together clues from the book. Do you think you can get this car right into the river at the bottom of the Copper Canyon?
You really don't know me very well.
There it is! That's the statue she described! Get a picture of it. That's unbelievable. That is increíble. How has no one ever found this before?
Hola, amiga. According to the book, there is a statue at El Arco de Cabo San Lucas. Wolverstone said she found it at sunset, but I thought we could try an experiment. I've worked out where the book says the statue should be. We can set out and reach the area around mid-morning and see what we can find. Or the other option is we get to El Arco just as the sun sets. If you believe the story, that's when we'll find the statue. Meet me here when you're ready to set out. We'll reach El Arco by mid-morning easily.